Maybe you've been at this place and you've been wondering, you've been questioning how to actually move forward, how to actually start to move on from the fact that he cheated on you. Not just once, but over and over and over again. If you guys are new here, my name is Ben Taylor. I'm a self-aware narcissist on this channel to help people understand narcissistic abuse, but the crazy making that comes from people that are in relationships where the person has cheated on them for years and they don't know how to actually be free from the mind fuck that actually happens to them of like, how do I actually know how to be free from the fact that he cheated on me over and over and over again? You might be at the place where you're like, hey, I don't even know if it's possible to heal from this because I've been betrayed so many times. I want to tell you that that's true, that it's very, very hard to heal from this, but it is not impossible. There's many people that have grown and have been able to be free from the mind craziness that happens when you're dealing with a toxic person. Like, you have to be able to understand, like, this journey to healing is not an easy fix. It's not a snap your fingers and it'll magically get better, because there's going to be times where you're going to doubt yourself. You're going to wonder, what is he doing now? You're going to wonder, maybe I should be with him still. Maybe if I would have done something better, he would have still been with me. Maybe the next girl is going to be the perfect person for him, and I'm not going to be what I thought I was to him. You see, there's all these different pieces that people get confused on when we're dealing with toxic relationships and when we're dealing with the piece of him cheating on you. And a lot of people feel like there's no hope to be able to get past this. There's no hope to be able to grow from it. There's no hope to actually find yourself again. How many of you right now, just watching this video, would say, I feel like a shell of myself because he cheated on me? Type in me in the chat. Just type in the word me in the chat saying, hey, I feel like a shell of the person that I used to be because of everything that happened, because he cheated on me while I was pregnant, because he cheated on me when we were out with family, because he cheated on me, and like the list goes on and on. If that's you right now and you're struggling with this, like, type in the word me, understanding like, hey, this happened, and you start to become a shell of yourself, wondering, can I even put back the pieces? Maybe you're at the place too where you didn't even know, where you had no clue. You never even found out. It was later that people let you know. There's so many different layers to this. Now, I want you to consider, with where you're at right now and you feel like a shell of the person that you used to be, how is that affecting you? Not just you, but like everything in your life. How is that affecting how you're showing up? Is it affecting your concentration? Is it affecting how you're showing up in the workplace? Is it affecting how you actually show up to your kids? Because you can't really connect with them in the moment because you're distracted. You're wondering, you're stressing about what he's doing, what's happening in the next relationship. Maybe you're at the place where it's affecting you physically, where you're stressed out so much that it's provided autoimmune disease. You have migraines, you have gut issues, you have gut health, you have hair loss that's happening, all because you're stressed out and wondering if he's still cheating on you, or why did he cheat on you? Now, there's some questions you're going to struggle to be able to figure out at all. But at the end of the day, I want you to understand that healing is possible down this journey, but it is very hard. And unless you have some of the tools to be able to help you move forward, a lot of times people will cycle back into the toxic relationship or go with another toxic relationship. We've seen this happen multiple times where someone will be with a cheater and then they get with another cheater and they get with another one. And it's just like they're in this cycle and they're like, why is this happening to me over and over and over again? And so I need you to understand, like, if you're going to actually change and make a difference and say, hey, I'm going to make sure that the next person I'm with is not a cheater. I'm going to make sure that the person I'm with right now, that this is not going to continue. I need you to get really clear on the facts. And so I want you to consider for a moment, what are the facts about the situation? The facts about what's currently going on in this relationship. The facts about how he cheated, how he showed up in a negative way, how he showed up not caring about you. The facts about that. Now, I'm not saying this just to drudge up old feelings and old ideas, but I'm saying this for you to get really clear, because a lot of people don't get really clear, and as a result, they get confused. Are you clear, or are you confused about what's been going on? Oftentimes, it'll start to make you doubt yourself, make you doubt who you actually are, make you doubt the direction that you actually need to go in life, because this has happened to you. Doesn't mean you have to stay stuck there, but oftentimes this will leave you stuck for a long period of time. So I need you to understand, this whole journey of actually being able to be healed from it, it takes a while. It is a journey. It's not just a destination, but it is possible for you to go down. to heal, to grow, to change, develop, to become the person that you're actually trying to be. Understanding that his choice does not define your worth. I'm going to say that again. His choice does not define your worth, because you've been lied to for such a long period of time. You were lied to in the relationship. You were lied to while he was cheating on you, lied to multiple lies, right? But at the end of the day, there's probably many of you that had it come back to you that it was your fault. It was your fault that he cheated on you. It was your fault because you didn't give him enough sex. You didn't do the threesome that he wanted you to do. It was your fault because you didn't do the things that he wanted. It was your fault because you disgraced him publicly because you didn't agree with him about something. It was your fault because you didn't support him emotionally while he was screaming at you. All these different things. It's always going to come back trying to be your fault. Then I need you to understand you did not make him make that decision. Sit with that for a moment. You did not force him to go out and cheat on you. You did not hold a gun to his head and say, hey, go and cheat. He made that choice. Now, the reason you made that choice, there's lots of those. At the end of the day, he's a liar and he's a coward. He's not actually willing to tell you what's going on or to tell you what's happening so that you can actually make a decision. But instead, he's like, let me go ahead and stink around her back and actually do something else. So I need you to understand you did not force this decision. So if you can just take a pause for a moment, just even if it's a breath for just a moment, just to be able to understand and to be able to feel with the moment that you did not make him cheat on you. Some of you have been beating yourselves up for a long period of time because you felt this way. You felt like it is your fault. You felt like it's been put on you, that it was your fault, that he said it was your fault. So you've been believing this for such a long period of time. But I need you to understand that you did not force him to cheat. So when you're at this question of, hey, did he cheat on you? You're probably at the place thinking, hey, I'm a shell of a person. How do I actually get back to this? How do I actually move forward in the healing space? Need you to get really clear about the facts. What actually happened? Need you to get clear about how you actually feel about those. You might feel awful. You might feel like, okay, I'm just glad it's over. Need you to get you really clear on how you feel about those. And we need to see, okay, what have you been telling yourself for a period of time that has you in this current state of reality right now? You've been telling yourself that you're not good enough, and that's why you keep beating yourself up. You've been telling yourself that the next woman is better than you, which is why you keep beating yourself up. There's so many different stories, but you're telling yourself these different stories that aren't true. So take a pause and remember that he made his choice because he wasn't willing to be a man and be honest to you. Now, the reason why I say this and the reason why I walk down this road so passionately about, okay, he's not a man, and people are like, how do you know that? Because I wasn't a man when I was cheating. I wasn't a man in how I was showing up to my wife on a day-to-day basis. And this has been a long journey of growth and development to a place where we are now, where there's amazing connection, amazing interaction. Like we're growing and developing more than what I ever would have imagined, but it came through a lot of trials that I put us through because of my inability to actually say what I was thinking or to say what I wanted or to be able to walk through my feelings. Instead, I ran away from it. I became a coward and I decided, hey, let me run to someone else than actually communicate with my wife. So like, this is the aspect that I'm talking about, that he's shown up as a coward. The question is, do you actually want to heal from this? How many of you actually want to heal from this? Type in the word heal in the chat. Just type in the word heal. And it might be weird that I'm asking that question, but I meet so many people that don't want to heal. Now, what I mean by that is they don't want to actually change their circumstances. They'd rather be a victim to it and stay in that thought process. Stay in the victim mode of this happened to me. I can't move past it. This happened to me. I'm betrayed and I can't grow from it. I can't actually heal from it. I need you to understand it is a choice for you to actually make this decision to heal, to grow, to develop you. That regardless of what's happened in the past, regardless of what he's done, what matters right now is your decision to move forward in your growth and in your development. I've been working with many people over the past couple of years to help them heal after narcissistic abuse, to help them heal after a cheater devastated their lives, to help them heal after they're a shell of themselves and they're not sure how to be able to move forward. We have to be able to help you actually build you back up. build you up to where you're actually confident. You actually know what's going on. You're able to step into who you're actually called to be. But many of you won't be able to do that without some of the tools that I try to provide to show people how you can get clear on the story you're telling yourself. Because otherwise, you will start to spiral out and tell yourself a reality that's not true. If you want nothing more to heal, then I want you to go to rawmotivations.com. If you're watching right now on Instagram, you can shoot me a DM that says heal, and we can start a conversation. But you can go to rawmotivations.com. You can actually watch the video that's on the first page, sign up for a breakthrough call. It's free. It's just us trying to be able to understand, hey, how can we help you move forward in the healing process? We've walked hundreds of people through this process over and over, tweaking it and helping people see how they can heal. But you have to be willing and you have to want to heal. If you don't, it won't work. And I can't help you. But what we see is hundreds of people that show up saying, hey, I'm ready to heal. I'm ready to grow. I'm ready to do what it takes. You see, the hard thing is a lot of times narcissists, cheaters will go after really strong women. And that might be you today, where you look back and you're like, I am a strong woman. I've been strong for a long period of time, but I don't feel so strong right now because of what he's done, because of what he said. Narcissists oftentimes will go after women who run businesses, women who make a lot of money to be able to use and abuse them. And if the narcissist is feeling insecure about that, then he'll typically go after your character. He'll typically go after how you actually feel. He'll typically go after you, trying to slowly degrade you and bring you down over and over and over again. It doesn't mean that you're dumb. It doesn't mean that you're weak. You need to understand that you can heal from this and you can move forward. And this process, if you're willing to step into it, will be one of the most liberating pieces that can happen in your life. We've seen it with countless people that have come to the platform, that have come to the programs, and that have been free. So I'd invite you today to go to rawmotivations.com. Was jealous of me in the end, so tried to assassinate my character. 100%. You will see that a ton. Like, I've seen that so many times where, for instance, in this relationship, the woman makes more money or has a better looking or better esteemed job. The narcissist comes in thinking to himself, if I'm with this person, then I'll be just as good. I'll make as much money. I'll have that status. Then he gets in the relationship and he realizes that doesn't work that way. Osmosis doesn't work that way when we're talking about hard work. And so as a result, he'll slowly start to chip away at you. They'll slowly try to pull you down over and over and over again, making you doubt yourself, making you doubt your own decisions at work. Like, you're not even able to delegate how you used to or make the decisions that you need to make because you feel like you don't have that confidence. When in reality, he's slowly been chipping away at that. If that resonates with you, go to rawmotivations.com. Like, watch the video on the front, sign up for a breakthrough call, because I'd love to talk to you and help you move forward in the healing process. There's a lot of people that we have inside of our Thriver community that are actually either business owners or running different aspects of businesses because they realize what it takes to grow. They realize what it takes to heal. They realize the time, the money, the energy, the investment that it's going to take to be able to transform where they currently are to where they want to be. And so we work with a lot of different people that now, as they move through some of the abuse, some of the cheating and the healing aspect, they get to a place, we don't really talk about narcissism. We don't really talk about cheating. What we focus on is how they're maximizing and growing themselves, giving them some tools that help them just continue maximizing who they are and who they're called to be. Honestly, I was a doormat, but it was an encounter for him that made me establish boundaries and learn to love myself. How can I get clear with my story if he won't tell me everything that happened? Because you don't need to know everything that happened to get closure. Everybody thinks you have to have closure by knowing every single piece. What you need is you just need to look at the facts of the understanding. Like the facts of, okay, did he treat you right? Did he love you? Did he demonstrate care? Did he demonstrate honesty? Did he demonstrate vulnerability? What does that actually look like? If you don't see that, if that's not something that you see, that's what you need to actually learn and grow off of. Not waiting to get the whole story. You're not going to get the whole story from a liar and from a cheater. So I need you to understand, if you're at this place where you're struggling, how do I actually heal from this? I'm a shell of who I used to be. I don't know how to move forward. We're going to focus on dealing with the facts of the situation. What was actually demonstrated? What was the evidence? Then we're going to help you start to build up your confidence, your self-esteem, your level of understanding what was going on. And then we're going to start working on helping you rewire the story you believe that keeps shoving you down in a box, telling yourself that you're not good enough. The woman who cheated on me lives a mile from my house. That's so much trauma. As I worry all the time, I'm going to run into her, and actually him, as I left him about 6 months ago. So what I would say with that is, until we actually help you rewire the story you believe and deal with those triggers, you're always going to live in fear. How long do you want to live in fear? What if I could show you the tools that we use every single day, that people can see someone, people can get triggered, people can deal with the triggers before they even happen, and they no longer control them? Much like how you were talking, we had one of the people inside of Thriver that she saw his car. And when she saw his car a month ago, it like triggered her like crazy, but she'd been consistent in doing the work. So she saw it. She quickly went and did her exercise to make sure that she wasn't actually triggered. Her rest of her day was great. And the thing you need to understand is, you're never going to be able to avoid all the triggers. The triggers are going to happen in your life. Everybody gets triggers. The thing is, how are you going to deal with them? That's what we start working through on a day-to-day basis, teaching you and showing you the tools that we have to help you deal with the triggers on a day-to-day basis. That's what you need to be able to be free, but then also stay free. We'd love to be able to help you guys move forward in the healing process. Instagram, if you're hanging out right now, you can just message me the word heal. We can start a dialogue, kind of talk a little bit about where you're at. For everybody else, you can go to rawmotivations.com, watch the video that's there, and schedule your breakthrough call. Because if I can help you grow and change, develop, if I can lay out a plan and show you where you are versus where you can be and how we can actually get you there, I want you to win. In doing this, we need to help build you back up. Not to the person you used to be. That version of you is gone. But build you back up to the person you actually want to be. The strong, confident woman that's able to stand up for herself, to be able to actually have boundaries that other people don't cross, to just have toxicity bounce off of you because you know who you are, you know the direction you're going, and you know that toxicity doesn't have a place in your life. If I can help you with that, please reach out today. Go to rawmotivations.com. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. Take care.